Hello and welcome to my Let's Play / stream of Star Trek Online. This is part 24 of my TOS era Starfleet character. We're going to undertake the Galaxy at Large story arc that is Spectres, which is my favourite of the missions that they kind of moved. Now, I'm just going to do my usual messing about, so just bear with me and then we'll pick the mission up. Have a new ship. This is actually an Akira Class tier 6 ship, but I've made it look like an Akira Class, and also I've named it the USS Clemson in honour of our first ship all the way back in 2270, the USS Clemson. I was going to give it another name, but I thought, I'd keep with the naming tradition of giving our ship name. Still have it at kills, it's still in dry dock, but I did say I was going to upgrade to a tier 6 ship. So let's contact. So you come into incoming hails, and then you come down here to Spectres. Speak to Admiral Quinn.
We've received reports of strange events in the Drozana Sector, near the Drozana Sector. Time permitting, follow up and see what you can find.
I accept that, so we have to head down to the here to the Drozana system. I thought I apologise for not having a part up yesterday for both this and the KDF. If you're watching this back via the playlist or whatever, it won't make any difference. But I did the beta for the. I was messing around with the beta for Elite Dangerous. A chance to fly around in a giant carrier. So. Yeah, opportunities like that, get into a beta and do that. No, it's pretty fun actually. Hopefully, if you subscribe to me, you probably watched it. If not, then do watch it. Kind of cuts out the end because it crashed. So, but beta, what can you do? So, what can I say about the tier 6 school? Well, the heavy strike wing escort. Of course, I made it look like the Akira, but that's what my weaponry looks like. I haven't upgraded everything to Uber marks because, or to epic, because real point, and I don't have the patience. So I'm going to visit the Drozana system. Now this is my favourite arc of the arcs that they, like I said, as they removed it. Not to.
I have a job that requires your specific skills.
And Frank and Drake, we spoke with him when we were on Wasteland, so this is like part 2 of missions with him. So, what do you want?
I expect you to be efficient and discreet. Don't disappoint me.
Who do you report to? Is it Starfleet Intelligence?
Not exactly. I represent an organization devoted to protecting the Federation from all threats, internal and external. Some call us Section 31, and that is as good a name as any. Our methods of defense have been called extreme, even barbaric. But those who oppose us are simply being naive. Cling to your ideals all you want. Will they protect you from the Klingons? What about the Borg? Do you honestly think you can come to some sort of peaceful understanding with the collective?
Well, if you go by the Discovery period, you're running around with badges telling everyone who the hell you are, so you're not exactly clandestine, are you?
Of course not. My organization understands the dangers, and we're prepared to face them. You have been identified as someone who can be of use. It would be unfortunate for both of us if that is not the case. Until next time.
So we got the
We
mission
have
Skirmish.
reports of a true wave fleet entering the neutral zone and picking a fight with the Klingons near the Donatu system. Having two of our enemies fight is good for the Federation, but I want to know why the true way is so far out of their territory. Intercept them and deal with them. If you need to engage the Klingons as well, do so. A Starfleet task force has already been sent to the area. You'll need to join them in the Donatu system as soon as possible.
Well, we shall
Until next time.
accept that mission, and we will enter the Donatu system. Don't do the one on the top, you do the one on the bottom. The one on the bottom is actually the actual mission. The one on the top is a patrol mission that they added for the Age of Discovery, so you can ignore that. All good. Hopefully you'll get that kid drone soon at some point. Captain, I'm picking up multiple hostile contacts, both Klingon and Triway. I can understand the Klingons being here, but why are they trying to claim? They've been trying to claim the system for months. But why the Triway normally don't leave Cardassian space? There's no reason to be here. They're refusing to respond to our house, sir, and we have to board one of their ships to get some answers. Answers we shall. The Axon. Alright, stop shooting. Cardassian flagship, the Axon, has been disabled, sir. Her warp core is stable for now. Recommend we get a closer look. Road team standing by, sir. We can leave on your orders. Speeding to the Axon. Right, let's find out what's happening with the Axon. And why it's so far away from Cardassian space. So it will be good. Captain, Cardassian security teams are already starting to move into our position. We can expect heavy resistance. Of course, we're going to defend this ship, ain't they? nothing down there. Just dying to it there. That's the guy that's in security teams dealt with, so we disable the force field. That should take care of all the security measures between us and the bridge. I don't expect Cardassians to give up that easily though. They'll probably send more security teams to intercept us. Continue to the bridge. What the fuck? Oh, you could have done it at the worst time. Captain, did you see that? Yes, I did. Investigate the dead Cardassian. The goal names the captain. Captain, what were those things? Sir, this Cardassian doesn't seem to have any wounds on him, but my readings show that he was dead before we entered this room. I recommend that we find a med kit and perform an examination of the corpse. We need to know more about what happened to him. If he was attacked by those creatures, we need to be cautious. Any contact may be lethal. Gold is the captain. Gold Captain Glynns are second in command on Cardassian vessels. And I've just gone past the medbay. There it was again. Is there something wrong with the environmentals on this ship? Read the patient records. Patient 785234. The patient emitted with plasma burn caused by an exploding EPS conduit. The wound was treated using photophaser by and the patient was admitted to sick bay for sedation and observation. Patient suffered from neurological event resembling a cerebral vascular accident, was sedated and we are unable to resuscitate. Further examination into the patient's death is pending an autopsy by the CMO. Great, I'm going to be reading medical bloody words I can't fucking read. Patient 864531. Patient admitted with a fractured tibia suffered while in the holodeck. The bone was splintered and treated with a regenerator. Patient returned later complaining of pain in the treated leg as well as an elevated body temperature. Patient was then treated with a T-cell stimulator to stave off any possible infection. Patient condition continued to worsen while they were being continually treated to boost their immune response. Patient died 6.2 hours after injury. Due to the extreme rate of deterioration in the patient, an infection is unlikely. Fear of a contagious agent being responsible has resulted in quarantine protocols being enacted. A cause of death is yet to be determined. Corpse will be placed in status field and pending further examination by the CMO. Patient 874512. Patient admitted complaining of extreme nausea and fatigue. Preliminary exam is inconclusive. Patient held for overnight observation during which the condition worsened. Patient died at 23:52 hours. Quarantine protocols put in place by CMO's orders, and a level 8 force field is in use to prevent the spread of the unknown, possibly infectious agent. Force field may not be disabled without command level voice authorization. An autopsy on the patient was conducted using a laser scalpel to open the chest cavity. All organs were intact and showed no sign of trauma or infection, which would explain the patient's demise. Cause of death remains undetermined pending further investigation. Something bad happened on this ship. Patient 962456. Patient admitted complaining of pain and inability to concentrate on assigned duties. Patient was treated with hydrochloroquine and told to rest. Psychological evaluation was scheduled. Patient returned several hours later saying that neither the medication nor the rest had helped. Patient was treated with a larger dose of hydrochloroquine and admitted to sick bay for observation. During this period, patient fell unconscious and was unable to be revived. An autopsy was conducted using a neurolite probe to obtain a sample of brain tissue. Examination of the neural tissue did not show any signs of infection or trauma that would result in headaches or fatality. Cause of death remains undetermined pending further investigation. Patient 904651. Patient admitted with severe laceration suffered from working in engineering. The wound was closed using an autosuture, and the patient was released with instructions to refrain from active duty and return for another examination in 24 hours. Patient returned as instructed, complaining of headache, elevated body temperature and nausea. White cell count was elevated, and preliminary analysis showed signs of systematic infection resulting in the contamination of the wound site. The patient was held in sick bay for treatment and observations. However, the infection spread rapidly, and the treatment with the standard antibiotics was unsuccessful. A more rigorous treatment regime was formulated, but also proved unsuccessful. Patient's vital function ceased. Cause of death: circulatory system failure resulting from the sepsis. The patient's body has been prepared for transport back to Cardassian Prime. Something really fucking bad happened on this ship. So the Cardassian looks to have died from the same cause as the Cardassians we examined in the mess hall. We need to med kit to find out more on what happened to them. Use the med kit. All the medical equipment in this kit has been sterilised and is ready for use. So we need to do a neurolite probe. Neurolite probe is a device used to stabilise biological enzymes to cleave tissue samples from the brain and nervous system. The use of natural enzymes significantly lowers the trauma experienced by the patient and minimises the amount of time necessary to recover from the procedure. Captain, that tool will give us a better insight into the cause of death of the Cardassian in the mess hall. If we can use the neurolite probe to obtain a sample of one of the Cardassian's brain tissue, we may be able to determine the cause of death. Neurite probers determined that this individual died from a radical decrease in neuroenergy. It's almost as if he was drained from outside source. All the brain activity came to a complete stop as the energy was depleted. Sir, there's a great deal of interference picked up by the tricorder. Most likely a result of the energy residue from the whatever has been used on this Cardassian. Perhaps we can track it down following an energy trail. There is a science lab across the hall from the Servant Bay. We should have access to the ship's internal sensors. Okay, let's see what we can find out. This is the science, and let's have a look. Conduct an energy scan. Please define parameters for scan. So we'll scan for electroplasma. Electroplasma is used by several known species as a means of transferring power from the central power source to outlying areas of a ship's outpost. Plasma serves as an efficient medium on maintaining a high state of energy even though removed. For this reason, energized electroplasma can be stored. Twilight waves. Twilight waves are a result of a process called selective modular polarization, in which the substance is modified to a fundamental level to convert matter to energy. Twilight energy is not used by any known species because they are known to cause deterioration in living tissue. That's the birdie. I'm picking up large concentration of twilight waves centered around the ship's bridge, Captain. Twilight waves are harmful to humanoids. We will not be able to be in the area for long, and the Cardassians would be subject to deleterious effects as well. They would not be knowingly using twilight waves. I suggest that we have a closer look. Whatever is causing the twilight waves probably is responsible for the deaths of the Cardassians in the mess hall. To the bridge. The fuck? Captain is heading to the bridge. We're heading to the bridge, and we're heading to the bridge. Why does this not look like a good idea? Anyone not seeing how bad idea this is? No. That's all of them. Wait. Deviants? Wait, the people from that episode where they go back and meet Mark Twain? Oh, that's not good. Access the bridge control, just find out what the hell happened here. There's no mistaking them now, Captain. They were Deviants. What curious though is that the Deviants are out of phase with us. Normally we can't see them without a subspace force field tuned to an extremely sensitive phase discriminator. Well, why we didn't have that? So how are they appearing in our reality? I recommend checking the Axon's crew entries. Maybe they will give us something that's easier for the Deviants to exist here. Right. Access the captain's log. We found him in the mess hall.
Our mission goes well. The Axon has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our successes. The chief medical officer is concerned about casualties. It is his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate this ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There is always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I cannot let his failings disrupt our mission. Goma Dread is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with the will to use whatever
very full of himself. They'd lying dead in the mess hall. Read the chief engineer's log.
Repairs to the accident as expected. Running low on material and warp coils. Wish there was more time between battles to deploy actual systems. The time is the most precious commodity. 4 crewmen down. 1 died in battle with our forces, but 3 others died in accidents. I have spoken to the captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory return to conquest. Unusual spike in triology energy may be affecting warp core efficiency. Must speak to triology and see if the sensor readings have turned up any revolution. Letter from Maja arrived today. She and the children, but she works. She wants me to leave the troop and return to Cardassian Prime. 6 months ago, I would have ignored it. But I see no end to this fight. Perhaps she was right.
Okay, and let's read the science officer's log.
Science Officer's Log, Stardate 8679.8. My duties on a combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Griffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been a focus of much scientific inquiry, and it last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal surprising amounts of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as detectable amounts of chronoton particles. The triolic waves will unfortunately prevent a closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life forms, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe. The chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which could mean that this comet has been, or will be, in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data. The captain has never had much interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran's gods may be of enough interest to you to divert our course.
Well, it sounds like that's how they managed to get hold and get near the Deviants. Captain, we should return to the Clemson. I'm sure Starfleet Command will want to know that there are Deviants in the neutral zone. These battlegrounds are now their feeding grounds, and that's not good. Not good at all. It's like the entire crew of that ship is dead, so I feel sorry for them. Report to Franklin Drake.
Are you sure you found no sign of the Cardassians attempting to open a portal, or otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variance? This is troublesome. There are pieces to the puzzle I don't have yet. Let me do some digging and I will be in touch.
So we're going to get a subspace field.
Until next time.
So when we come back, we'll be doing spin the wheel, which means we get to visit Drozana Station all the way down here in the deepest, darkest sectors of things, and that will be part 25. So thank you very much for watching, and live long and prosper. Till next time. Oh, and please do subscribe and comment, and also thumb up or thumb down. Thank you for watching.